When was the last time you felt like other people didn't care about you? Have you ever finished a task, had a brilliant idea, or contributed significantly to the lives of others, yet nobody seemed to notice or appreciate your efforts? Dealing with this is not easy, I know. Even when you do the right thing, put others before yourself, and act in a way that benefits everyone, there are instances when people will either ignore you or act as if they don't see your value. Actually, it can be rather difficult to turn things around if you become disillusioned from trying to impress others who don't appreciate you for what you are. Undoubtedly, it's an awful feeling. When it affects someone dear to you, like a loved one, friend, or spouse, it gets much worse. It is unreasonable to expect other people to acknowledge our efforts, as this is something we cannot control, says Stoic philosophy. Thus, you should not waste time waiting for it, because doing so will just lead to frustration. But imagine if I told you there are ways to elevate your status and make someone else's life more important. Actually, this is entirely doable if you grasp and implement what we're going to teach you. By adhering to these 9 guidelines, you can make sure that the individuals you hold dear always consider you a top priority, which can help you maintain your position at the top of their list. Now that you have a grasp of the issue, it's time to completely rethink your strategy by discovering the solution. First things first, I want to make sure you view this video all the way to the finish, since each stage is crucial. Step 1. Start by making others afraid of losing you. If you want someone to put you first, this is a really effective psychological tactic you can employ. The fear of missing out motivates people more than the promise of fortune. Making someone afraid of losing you is the surest way to get their attention. That can be accomplished by first emotionally separating oneself. Put an end to confiding in them and exposing your emotions. Make an effort to spend equal amounts of time with other people. Doing so will send the message that they are no longer a priority for you. Be careful when using this technique, as it is incredibly powerful. They may stop attempting to win you back if you put too much distance between you. You should use caution and balance while employing this strategy. Step 2. Don't be available at all times. Quality over quantity is an ancient saying that may be applied to many aspects of life, including relationships. If you want to be someone's top priority, you might have to cut back on your availability. People are more likely to take you for granted if you're always available. I don't mean you have to be just available when it's convenient for you, but if you're always adjusting to fit in with other people, it's time to put yourself first. Showing that you're not merely waiting for them and that you have a life outside of them will help them appreciate your presence more. Step 3. Keep some mystery. The mysterious and enigmatic tend to fascinate people. In the sphere of relationships, a fascination with the unknown may be both compelling and reassuring. You can benefit from maintaining an air of secrecy. Keep some things about yourself under wraps if you'd like to appear important. Try to be vague when asked questions about yourself and your interests, and don't go into too much detail about your background or hobbies. The idea is to maintain their interest so that they want to find out more about you. As time goes on, people will start to value you more and more. Fourth step, let them invest in you. This is a delicate process that requires your careful and deliberate handling. Why? Because the goal is not to isolate yourself, but to bring others closer to you. You should think about the following people since they are more likely to prioritize you. The choice is clear: someone who has put a lot of resources into you, and someone who hasn't. Give other people the chance to invest in you if you want them to value you. You can show them that you value their time and effort by declining plans that you're not sure you can complete. Additionally, if you value your time, you should not have them wait around for you all the time. This attitude will make it clear that you are important to them and that they should work harder to earn your time. Because of this, they will begin to view you as a threat and give you more attention. Just a friendly reminder that this strategy is most effective when used moderately. Avoid getting the exact opposite of what you want if you exaggerate. Step 5. Prioritize all your needs. Being self-centered is not implied by this. To put yourself first and avoid feeling unimportant is the simplest way to prioritize your needs. You wouldn't want to be close to someone you know won't treat you right. The likelihood that you will be considered important grows. when you associate with others who already do. Always keep in mind that you have complete control over your own self-esteem and not over how other people feel about you. Making yourself a priority is the first step towards becoming someone else's priority. Sixth step, keep them from being your everything. People tend to be drawn to things they can't have, in case you didn't know. It's true that people want something more when they feel like they have to work for it. The saying, "The grass is always greener on the other side," is surely not new to you. This expression is a metaphor for how easily individuals become obsessed with material possessions that they do not actually own. All relationships between people fall under this category. Additionally, this sixth point stresses the need of remembering this wisdom while interacting with others. It suggests keeping your distance from other people in order to increase their attraction to you. They will come to appreciate you more after this because it shows that you aren't trying too hard to get their attention. Step 7. Quit constantly being the one to start conversations. If you frequently find yourself reaching out to significant others to start a conversation, perhaps a step back is in order. It may seem counterintuitive, but the reality is that you should expect someone else to make an effort to communicate with you if you want to be their top priority. When you're the one who starts conversations, the other person will eventually stop putting out an effort and will start to view you as unimportant. The second option is to just stop trying to start conversations and watch what happens. If they care about you, they'll reach out. Step 8. Make your own joy. Making yourself happy is the first step towards becoming someone else's priority, and not put your happiness in their hands. Although it would be wonderful to have someone we can lean on for support, putting too much stock in their ability to make us happy could lead to heartbreak. In addition, relying on other people for happiness means we aren't living our lives as authentically as possible. Instead, we are conforming to their priorities and agenda, which might breed resentment. Putting your own pleasure first will make you more appealing to other people and happier in the long term. Thus, doing so is essential if you want to be someone else's priority. Simply said, you'll create an air of confidence and coolness. The ninth step is to be ready to quit. For some, the thought of abandoning a loved one is terrifying. Still, it's a big deal since it shows that you're not scared to leave, which means that you won't settle for mediocrity. Finding and maintaining a relationship with the proper person is easy because they will treat you with the utmost importance. Doing the right thing within your sphere of influence is your responsibility at all times. Thus, you should be aware of the fact that your deeds are justifiable in the view of other people, and this should bring you joy. You should not assume that you will perpetually receive praise and admiration, or that others will constantly appreciate you for what you do. If you wait long enough, people will see you for who you truly are. In the end, to conclude the 9 steps on making other people's lives important, here is the conclusion. Please give it your whole attention. We've all felt unimportant or ignored at some point. But keep in mind that everyone's life path is different, and that other people's priorities might not be reflective of our own value. We can take these setbacks as opportunities for development rather than let them lower our self-esteem. When we put ourselves first and make sure we're happy and healthy, other people will take note and treat you with the respect you deserve. Keep in mind that you still have the power to prioritize yourself, even when other people don't. We can cultivate healthier relationships by practicing self-compassion and self-determination, which is not selfishness. Live a life that matters more by making choices that are in line with our aspirations. Please subscribe to my channel and hit the like button if you found this video helpful in any way. I appreciate you taking the time to watch.